Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game 4 of the American League Championship Series. Game 4 of the National League Championship Series ended up being a sweep, so the Astros are going to rest and wait and see who they're going to take on in the World Series. Right now, California trying to recover from getting blown away by the Yankees in Game 3, as they just got demolished. Don Sutton didn't have it for them, and they just took it on the chin big time as they lost 9-1. So they're trying to come back from that debacle and even the series. And they're going to bring out right-hander Kirk McCaskill to be the pitcher to try to do it for them, as these are the number 4 pitchers for each team in the order. Kirk McCaskill on the mound against Joe Niekro. Game 5, which will still be at Anaheim, will feature the number 1 starters for both teams. It'll be, for the Angels, it'll be Mike Witt, and for the Yankees, it will be left-hander Dennis Rasmussen. But right now, it is Kirk McCaskill finishing up those warm-up tosses. Here you see the starting lineups. Again, for whatever reason, this white thing's probably not showing up too well on the thing. So it's Henderson in center, Randolph at second, Mattingly at first, Easler the DH, Winfield in right, Pasqua in left, Pagliarulo at third, Skinner catching, and Tollison at short. And then you see the benches and the bullpens. All right, again, got the score book right here, my little Bob Carpenter mini type scorebook. So we're ready to go for that. We check the focus and make sure I didn't lose any focus by moving stuff in the way. Looks like we're okay on that. Yankees lead it 2-1, so forgot to do that on the sheet before the game starts. 2-1 and 1-2, so that we know where the series stands. And Ricky Henderson will lead things off against Kirk McCaskill as the Angels try to even that series here on payoff pitch. McCaskill now to Henderson. We get a 9, which is ballpark, and that's I got the wrong die here. I picked up the wrong die by mistake. Picked up a D20 instead of a D10, so let me re-roll this D10. We'll keep this other result. It was a 50. So it is a 56. That was a 5 there. So it's 56. So it's in play on the 56. So Ricky Henderson will get an in-play chance. And that's a 43 in play. Is going to be out of range. 43 is a ground ball back to McCaskill for out number 1. Boy, that's a embarrassing way to start there with the wrong dice, wasn't it? But we're straight now. Ricky Henderson thinks he's got cheated, but not really. Here's Randolph. That's a 12, which is defense, and a 36. So defense 36. Defense 36 is an error check on the pitcher, McCaskill. McCaskill's error check number is a 4. So if 1 to 33, we got an error. Anything higher than 33, he will make the play. It's an 87, so he does make the play. The out is a 9, and that's going to be a ground ball. It would have been a double play possibility had runners been on base, but it's simply going to be a ground ball right back to McCaskill. And the second time, 2 batters and 2 ground balls meekly to McCaskill. So he seems to be in good shape so far. Here's Donnie baseball. That's a 6, which is tough. 36. Tough 36 is going to be out of range. 36 is going to be a pop to short. So easy play there. 1, 2, 3 inning go the Yankees, and we're hoping for a close game in this series. Don't like the blowouts. So it's a 1, 2, 3 inning for McCaskill. We go to the bottom of the first, and it's the knuckleballer Joe Niekro. He'll be getting his shot for the Yankees. And Gary Pettis will be the leadoff man for the Angels, center fielder. Switch hitter batting left-handed. That's a 4, which is in play 27 against the righty. That's a base hit for Gary Pettis. So Gary Pettis, right off the bat, gets a leadoff single. His steal, or his steal chance is a 6. That is a 4. So he will get a chance to steal. Plus, we're going to go to the optional jump chart. Actually, I'm not going to do auto steals. I'm going to do actually going to this jump chart. So let me go there before I go prematurely to a steal. He does need to get the jump. So we're going to the jump chart. And for Pettis, his steal rating is, like I said, a 6. Hold rating for Niekro is a 9, which is not good at all. So we cross-reference the 9 hold rating with a 6 jump, and that turns out to be an 85 to 99 he attempts. Wait a minute, let's see here. Did I get that right? Let's check it out here. I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Oh, a 0 to 77 he attempts. 78 to 99 he holds. There is no attempt with a poor jump. So 0 to 77 he will get the jump. And he does. So he will get the jump. He is a B stealer. The catcher arm in this case is Joel Skinner. And Joel Skinner's arm is a 2. So we go to B and a 2, cross-referencing on the steal chart. A B and a 2. So we cross-reference a B and a 2, and it's under normal. So we've got this result here, 43 through 99, he will make it. 13 to 42, he gets caught. Anything under 13, something else can happen. That's an 89, he will steal it successfully. So Gary Pettis steals second base. So how about that? Gary Pettis gets himself aboard. A single and a stolen base. Good start for the Angels, as they have a runner on second with nobody out for Wally World, Wally Joyner against Niekro. That is a 10, which is ballpark. 60, again, for a lefty, is just out of the wheelhouse. 60 is going to be in play. So Joyner will get an in play, not a wheelhouse. Doesn't matter. 24 is going to be a base hit. Base hit now. In play, base hit. Let's see. With nobody out, I think they're going to hold Pettis. They're going to hold Pettis just because there's nobody out, and they want to keep the train moving. Runners are on the corners with nobody out for Brian Downing. The Yankees are playing infield at double play depth. They need outs. They will trade a run to get 2 outs if possible. Niekro to Downing. 4 is in play, but that's an 0-8, and that's a base hit for Downing. That's going to score the run. Joyner will stop at second, and Brian Downing gets himself a base hit. RBI single. The Angels lead it 1-0, and they're looking for more, as Joe Niekro has not gotten anybody out. 3 consecutive hits, and it's a 1-0 ball game for Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. Niekro, 10, ballpark, 24. That's in the wheelhouse. Reggie with a wheelhouse chance, 1 to 54 is a 3-run dinger. It's gone. Kaboom! Reggie Jackson, a 3-run shot. And boy, the antithesis of what happened in the previous game, this one's looks like it might be a blowout the other way. A 3-run shot for Reggie Jackson, and the Angels now lead it 4-0 here in the top of the first, and still nobody out. And now Doug Drabeck is loosening the Yankee bullpen, as they might not get much out of Joe Niekro the way it's turning out. Doug DeSensei stepping up against Niekro. 6 is patient, 80. 80 patient is going to be a fly to center, and they finally get an out. So 1 away, and that's going to bring up Rupert Jones, the right fielder. Niekro trying to settle in. 4 is in play, 81. That's going to be a ground ball to second. Randolph will take it 2 down. But boy, the Yankees are stunned here by this 3-run homer by Reggie Jackson. And boy, you know he's sticking. He loves sticking it to the Yankees, and especially Steinbrenner. Here's Grich. 3 is in play, 56. That's going to be a ground ball to third. Pagliarulo over to first. Innings over, but damage done. 4 runs in the first for the California Angels. 3-run homer from Reggie Jackson, the big blow. And now the Yankees have their work cut out for them the rest of the game. But, I mean, they scored 9 runs last game, so they're certainly capable of putting the runs on the board. Here's Easler. 6 is tough. 54, that's going to be a ground ball to third. DeSensei on the play. 1 down, and that's going to send us to Mr. Winfield, the right fielder. Dave Winfield. 11 is patient. 0-6, that will be a one-out walk to Winfield, so he will draw the free pass to get the first Yankee base runner in the game. So he's on for left fielder Dan Pasqua. That's a 9, which is ballpark 33. That's in the wheelhouse. So McCaskill's put one in Pasqua's wheelhouse. 1-62, it's gone. Kaboom, it's gone. Dan Pasqua, a 2-run blast. And just like that, the Yankees are right back in the game at 4-2 on the two-run homer for Dan Pasqua as he blasted one in that that one-out walk. Came back to bite Mr. McCaskill. He couldn't stand prosperity. They gave him a 4-0 lead, and he couldn't seem to handle it. So 2 runs for the Yankees, cutting that lead at 4-2. Here's Pagliarulo. 10 is patient. 34. That will be a walk to Pagliarulo. So Pagliarulo draws the free pass, and that brings up the catcher Joel Skinner. McCaskill to Skinner. 6 is tough. 59 tough is a strikeout. So Skinner is out on strikes. 2 down for the number 9 hitter Wayne Tollison. 3 is patient. 44, and that is a double for Wayne Tollison. A double. Pagliarulo with 2 outs. If he's a 6 runner or better, he would score. Let's check him out. He runs, Pagliarulo. He runs at a 6. So he does score. So the double from Wayne Tollison, RBI double, and that gives the Yankees a 3rd run. They've cut the lead to 4-3 here in the 2nd inning. All this going on with now 2 outs on the RBI double from number 9 hitter Wayne Tollison. That brings the top of the order, Ricky Henderson. Now the Angels have to worry. 7 is tough. 0-9 struck him out, so they strike Ricky out to end the inning, but 3 runs will score. And the Yankees right back in this game at 4-3. And Lou Piniella telling Joe Niekro, I need some innings out of you. I need you to get some outs and get some innings so we can keep in this ball game. So 4-3 as we go to the bottom of the 2nd. It'll be Bob Boone to lead it off, followed by Schofield and then Pettis against Niekro. 6 is patient. 69, patient. 69 is just barely out of range. 69 is going to be a ground ball to 2nd. Willie Randolph makes the play. 1 down. So Boone just not quite patient enough to get that walk and ends up grounding out for an easy play. 1 away for Schofield. 5 is tough. 0-1 struck him out. So Niekro must have got a pep talk in the dugout in between innings because he's coming back with a vengeance. Here's Gary Pettis. 2 is wheelhouse. 77, but that's out of range for Pettis. 77 is going to end up being a fly to center. So Niekro put one in there, but Pettis just missed it. Didn't really have enough power to get into it, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Mr. Niekro. And at the end of 2, it's 4-3 Angels. But we got a barn burner of a game going on. Lots of runs scoring here in these first 2 innings. See if the pitching settles down. Here's McCaskill to Randolph. Randolph now 6 is tough. 86, that's going to be a ground out to short. So Schofield makes the play. Randolph 0 for 2. Here's Donnie Baseball. He popped to short his first trip. That's a 10, which is patient. 52, and that's a base hit for Mattingly. So Donnie Baseball gets his first base hit of the game. He's now 1 for 2 with a single. He's aboard, and that brings up the hit man, Mike Easler, designated hitter. Easler grounded to 3rd his first trip. McCaskill 8 is tough. 97, that's a fly to right for out number 2. 2 down, and that's going to send it to Winfield. Yankees trying to get that tying run. Just cross the plate. 9 is ballpark. 92, though, is going to be in play for Winfield. So Winfield has an in-play result, needs a 28 or less. And he gets an 11. It's going to be a base hit. And Mattingly, let's see, does he run as a 6? Mattingly's run rating is a 6. So that means he gets the extra base. He will go to third with 2 outs. So Mattingly is aboard on the single by Winfield. So runners are at the corners with 2 outs. And the guy who hit the big home run, 2-run homer, his first time up, Dan Pasqua, is up again in a big spot. Runners on the corners and 2 down. McCaskill has to bear down. Doesn't want to blow this lead. It's a 7, which is tough. 46 struck him out to get out of the inning. So McCaskill showing his mettle right there, striking out Pasqua and getting a bit of revenge for giving up that home run to Pasqua earlier, but he comes back and gets the strikeout and exacts a little bit of revenge for himself. We go to the bottom of the third, still 4-3. Favor of the California Angels. Niekro back out, had a 1-2-3 inning. Last time up, he's actually retired 6 in a row, going back to the first inning. So here's Joyner. He singled and scored his first trip. 10 is ballpark. 0-1. That's in the wheelhouse. So he grooved one to Joyner, a 1-47. It's gone. Kaboom! Wally Joyner. Wally World goes deep. And just about the time we talk about Niekro retiring 6 in a row and pitching well, he gives up a dinger. And it is now 5-3 California. And again, Doug Drabek is loosening in the bullpen for the Yankees as Lou Piniella is not going to tolerate this much longer. Here's Downing. 8 is patient. 94, though. That's going to be a hit by pitch. So Niekro maybe a little frustrated after the home run, plunks Downing. And I think that might be it for Niekro. I think Lou Piniella has had enough of him. He's just not happy with Niekro at all. And they will go to Doug Drabek in long relief, hoping to get it done and keep his team in the game. But the hit by pitch, not a good sight, as they figure Niekro is too frustrated and they don't want any problems, so they're going to pull him right now. He's going to go 2 2+ innings, and giving up 5 runs, and the runner on base is his responsibility. So Drabek now will face Reggie Jackson, who hit the big 3-run bomb first time up. They didn't want Niekro facing Jackson, so they bring in Drabek. See what he can do. 11 is ballpark, though. 87 is going to be in play, so they got a break there. Jackson on the in-play result. And that is a 23, which is going to be a pop out to second, 1 away. So they caught a break there. 1 down for the Sensei. That could have been a wheelhouse check, and it would have been another home run, but they got a break on that. Drabek. 5 is in play. 26, and he just missed it by 1 number. 26 is another pop out to second. So he's come in and gotten 2 pop outs to Randolph, and he's 1 out away from getting out of the inning. Be a stellar performance by Drabek. 2 is defense, and we're going to a number 57 on the defensive chart. 57 is an error check on Willie Randolph. Willie Randolph, as a second baseman, his error rating is only a 2, so not very good. So 1-54, it's going to be an error. Anything higher than 54, 55 or higher, he's going to make the play. It is a 24. It will be an error. That's a 7. 7 says on a first baseman it's a 1-base error. So E4 keeps the inning going as Rupert Jones will reach on the Willie Randolph error. It's going to keep the inning alive for Bobby Grich. Grich is up with 2 on and 2 outs. 7 is tough, 50, and he struck him out. Boy, got a break there. Anything higher, 51 would have been a double, but a 50 is a strikeout. So Drabek pitches around the error and holds the Angels to that 1 run. That was charged to Mr. Niekro himself. So Drabek, stellar performance. Keeps the Angels within shouting distance at 5-3. And we go to the top of the 4th. It'll be Pagliarulo, Skinner, and Tollison, bottom of the order for the Yankees as they try to climb back in this thing 5-3. McCaskill, 6 is tough. 25 struck him out. Pagliarulo out on strikes. 1 down. That brings up Skinner. That's a 6, which is tough again. 61. That's another strikeout. So back-to-back Ks from McCaskill. That brings up Tollison. He had a big double. RBI double his first time up. 5 is in play. 28. Base hit for Tollison. So Tollison, the number 9 hole, is 2 for 2 for the Yankees. Single and a double. Brings up Ricky, who's been struggling. He's 0 for 2. Grounded to McCaskill in the first, struck out in the second. 8 is tough. 39. And that's going to be a base hit for Ricky. Tollison with the 2 outs. He runs at a 7, so he will get the third automatically on the RBI single from Ricky. Now, does Ricky want to try to steal second is the question. There are 2 outs, and you got Willie Randolph coming up, so do they try to send Ricky? The hold rating on McCaskill is a 5. The steal rating is a 7. So let's see. To get a jump. 7 and a 5. To get a jump, 7 and a 5. 0 through 53, 0 to 53, he gets the jump. 54 through 56, he attempts with a poor jump. 57 through 99, he has to hold. So they're going to see if he can get the jump. He needs a 53 or less. It's a 63. So on a 63, that means he's simply going to hold. So cannot get the jump. And it'll be up to Willie Randolph to get it going. Or keep it going and give the Yankees a run on the board as well. Randolph 0 for 2, 2 ground outs. When 11 is patient, 35. That's going to be a walk. It's going to load the bases, so Ricky will get second after all. It'll come on a walk, and the bases are now loaded for Don Mattingly. So if you're the Yankees, you got the right man up there with the bases juiced. And 2 outs. McCaskill has to bear down against Donnie Baseball. Donnie Baseball is 1 for 2, popped to short in the first, singled in the third. You got a 12, which is defense 63. Defense 63. Defense 63 is an error check on the third baseman, Mr. DeSense, and his defensive rating at third base, his error rating is a 4. So we go over here to our chart, and a 4, 1 to 33 is an error. Anything else higher than 33, he will make the play. He does make the play. It's a 7, which means it's a ground ball fielder's choice. So he's going to step on the bag 5 unassisted, actually, as they will force Tollison at third to end the inning, and the Yankees will leave them loaded. How about that? They leave them loaded and miss a golden opportunity. Is a rare case where Mr. Mattingly did not come through. They leave him loaded, and McCaskill escapes. So Drabek comes out. We go to the bottom of the 4th of a 5-3 ball game, and Bob Boone will lead off for the California Angels against Mr. Drabek. Boone grounded to second his first trip. 6 is patient, 56. That's going to be a base hit. Base hit by Boone. So Booney comes through with a base hit to lead things off for the number 9 hitter Schofield. Struck out his first chance. That is a 5, which is in play 91. That's a ground ball to short. That is a total of 5. His double play is a 6. His is a 5. It will be a double play. 6-4-3. Just what the doctor ordered. Give up a leadoff single, then get the 6-4-3 double play. 2 quick outs. And we're back to the top of the order for Gary Pettis. Pettis singled, stole second, and scored in the first. Fly to center in the second. 5 is in play. 73 is going to be out of range. That'll be a ground ball to short. Tollison handles it, and the inning is over. And at the end of 4 complete, it's still the Angels 5 and the Yankees 3. as Drabek is trying to hold the fort, and he's doing a good job so far, as Niekro just didn't have it. Here's McCaskill. He needs to get through this inning to qualify for a win. Facing Easler, 6 is tough, 55, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. To Sensei is right there, one away. For Winfield, he has walked and singled. 2 is patient, 85. That's going to be out of range. 85 is a grounder to short. Schofield is there, 2 down. For Mr. Pasqua, he has homered and struck out, so he's been feast or famine. McCaskill, 3 is patient, 73. That's a double for Dan Pasqua. How about that? He's homered and now he's doubled. So Dan Pasqua, a 2-out double. And that will bring up Pagliarulo as the tying run. McCaskill, 11 is patient, 31, but 31 is a wild pitch. So Pascal will take third base on the wild pitch, as Booney could not stop it. So now he's at third base for Pagliarulo. We got a 7, which is tough, 63, and that's going to be an out. That's a ground ball to short. Schofield will put it away. Throwing over to Joyner to end the inning. And McCaskill survives the double. Keeps the Yankees off the scoreboard. It is still 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Drabek back out. Be facing Wally World, who homered his last time up. And that was the end of the road just about for Niekro. After that, he hit Donnie, and then he was gone. So here's Joyner against Drabek. 8 is tough, 27, and that's a base hit for Wally World. So Wally World says, give me a tough pitch, I can handle it. And he did. He strokes a base hit for Wally World, and he is 3 for 3. He came to play today. 2 singles and a home run. 2 runs scored. So he definitely came to play. Here's Downing. 8 is tough, 41. Tough 41 for Downing is a base hit as well. So with the tough result and not 2 outs, Joyner's just going to get the 1 base. So first 2 are on for the Angels as they look to get the hit parade going again. And Reggie Jackson's up to the plate. This is the first batter that Drabek faced coming into the game. He got him to pop up to second. We'd like to get a similar result against Reggie here. We get a 7, which is tough, 57, but he's not going to get it. That's a double for Reggie Jackson. And on a tough result, Downing will only get the obligatory number of bases, will not get a chance for the extra base. But Reggie, a double. He's already had a 3-run homer, and now he's got an RBI double, his 4th ribby of the game. And the Angels extend the lead to now 6-3. And now the bullpen for the Yankees going again as Tim Stoddard is loosening in the pen for the Yankees. Infield is in. Nobody out. They can't afford to give up more runs. Drabek, 9. In play, 89. In play, 89 is ground ball to short, and that's going to freeze the runner. Downing, he will hold at third base. 1 down for Rupert Jones. 3 is tough, 74. Tough 74 is a fly to center. Fly to center, but on a tough result, there is no sacrifice fly, I don't believe, on a tough result. But I will double check it with the charts. But I don't believe that on a fly ball, on a tough result, that you get a sacrifice fly. Let's see here what they say. Well, it says on a tough result, reduce the runner's rating by 2. So Downing, let's check his run rating. Downing's run rating is a 6. He drops to a 4. So they are not going to send him with a 4. So that's going to end up being just a simple fly to center that Ricky gets in very quickly, holds the runner. 2 down for Bobby Grich. First base is open. You could walk Grich and pitch to Boone, but I think they're going to go ahead and pitch to Grich. Infield back to normal. 3 is tough, 51, and they shouldn't have pitched to Grich. Look at that, a double for Bobby Grich. A 2-run double for Bobby Grich. And how about that? 3 runs in for the Angels. Now they lead it 8-3 on the double by Bobby Grich. 8-3. And boys, just getting from bad to worse. Drabek fading, but they're going to try to see if we can get that last out. It's Bob Boone as Bobby Grich with the 2-run double. Makes it 8-3. That is a 4, which is patient 75, and that's going to finally do it. It's a fly to center. But the Angels pick up 3 runs. That's going to be it for Drabek. His day is done. I think we're going to see, well, we might see somebody else. We might see Shirley coming to the game for long relief. We'll see how the Yankees want to play it. But Angels have blown it open now to 8-3 as we go to the 6th. And McCaskill back out will face Joel Skinner to lead things off. Skinner, Tollison, and Henderson. Skinner has struck out twice. He struggled. 5 is in play, 61. He won't strike out this time, but he will fly to right. 1 down as it's put away by Rupert Jones. Here's Wayne Tollison, and Tabby is right here ready to jump on, but I'm trying to keep her at bay. Tollison had a good day, singled and doubled. 4 is tough, but 60 is not going to cut it this time. He is going to ground to third. To Sensei right there. 2 down for Ricky. Angels looking to even this series at 2 games apiece. 6 is tough, 60, and that's going to be a fly to right to end the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning for McCaskill as he seems to have settled down. Had that hiccup in the second inning. That's been it. So he's kind of large and in charge now with this run support. It's an 8-3 ball game. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and they will turn to Bob Shirley out of the bullpen. They need long relief. Somebody eat some innings so they don't burn their bullpen. Because I want to keep people fresh for Game 5. And Schofield will be the leadoff batter for the Angels as they will be taking on Mr. Shirley. And that's going to send up Schofield, who is 0 for 2. He's had a bad day. Struck out and hit into a double play. 7 is tough. 88. Tough 88 is going to be a ground ball to short. 1 away. Back to the top of the order for Gary Pettis. 1 down for Pettis. 7 is tough. 49. And that's a strikeout. So Pettis out on strikes. Out number 2 for Wally World. He's 3 for 3, 2 singles, a home run. 7 is tough, 49 against a lefty. That's going to be out of range. 49 is a ground ball to Mattingly. He'll take it to the bag himself, and the inning is over. So Shirley does what he's supposed to do, which is save the bullpen and get some outs. And we go to the top of the 7th, 8-3. McCaskill will be getting close to his fatigue inning. So the bullpen is loosening for the Angels. They do have Terry Forster, a lefty, loosening in the pen. Right now they're going to start out with McCaskill, but with Mattingly coming up a lefty, they may go ahead and make the move after that. So don't be surprised if you see Terry Forster coming in after this at bat. So McCaskill. 5 is in play, 64. And that's going to be an out. That's going to be a fly to right, 1 down. And that's going to be it for McCaskill. They will make the move to the bullpen. Will Gene Mauch. He will go to the bullpen as they go to, he shakes the hand of McCaskill and goes to the left-hander, Terry Forster. Terry Forster is in. He is one of the few pitchers that did not pitch in that blowout 9-1 game, so he is fresh. And he'll be facing Mattingly. So it'll be Mattingly. Lefty on lefty. 6 is tough. 90. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Grich is there. 2 down, rather. And now with the lefty coming up, they're going to pull Mike Easler and go to a right-hander off the bench, and it will be Gary Renicky. Renicky will pinch hit and stay in the game to DH for the Yankees. So Renicky takes over as your DH. Renicky will be on as the DH here in the 7th inning. And he tries to get something started against Forster. 8 is Patient, 74 against a left-hander. That's a walk to Gary Renicky. So Renicky is aboard. For some reason, I don't have a runner for him, so I'll just pick somebody else to represent him. In fact, I think this late in the game we might get a pinch runner anyway. So they're going to pinch run with Bobby Meacham. So Meacham will pinch run for Renicky, stay in the game to play DH. So it'll be Meacham as the DH. He will be on after that walk to Mr. Renicky. So Meacham is your new base runner with 2 outs, and that brings up Winfield. Forster, 6 is tough. 16 struck him out. That ends the inning. So Forster taking care of business in the top of the 7th. And we will go to the bottom of the 7th, but before we do, Tabby is getting close here, so I need to nudge her back a little bit, and we'll be right back. Okay, I think I got Tabby at bay. We're ready now for the 7th inning stretch. Alrighty, 7th inning stretch is in the books. And we start out the bottom of the 7th. Brian Downing will lead it off against Bob Shirley. Downing had a good day himself. He's gotten 2 hits and been plunked. Reached base all 3 times. 7 is tough. 68, not this time. He will ground to second to Willie Randolph for 1 away. 1 down for Reggie. Now, lefty on lefty, Reggie does not hit very well, so they will pull Reggie Jackson and go to a right-handed designated hitter in his stead, and that will be Mr. George Hendrick. So George Hendrick will come in to pinch hit. He will pinch hit and stay in the game to play DH. So Hendrick is your new DH. George Hendrick. He will take over for Reggie as the DH and gets a crack at Mr. Shirley. 4 is Patient. 07, that will be a walk. So George Hendrick gets a pinch hit walk. Brings up Doug DeSensei. Shirley, 5 is in play. That's a 96. That will be a fly to left. 2 down as DeSensei is retired. Brings up Rupert Jones, but he will be called back as a lefty. And they will go to Devon White. Right-hander, Devon White will take over in right field. After he pinch hits for Mr. Jones, it'll be Devon White. So White is going to get his crack at Mr. Shirley. 6 is Patient. 42. Patient 42 is a base hit for Devon White. Now Hendrick, let's check Hendrick's run rating. Hendrick runs at only a 5, so the score being what it is, even with 2 outs, he's not gonna do anything. He's just gonna do a little station-to-station deal. And Devon White gets on the board with a base hit. Pinch hit single, keeps the inning going. And that'll bring up Bobby Gritch. 2 on, 2 outs. 8-3 Angels, bottom of the 7th. Looking for more. 9 is in play. 79, though, they won't get it. That will be a fly to center to end the inning. So nothing for the Angels in the 7th. Not that they really need anything. They lead it comfortably 8-3. And again, Devon White is taken over in right field for the Angels, and the new DH is George Hendrick. Dan Pascal will lead off for the Yankees against Terry Forster, but Pascal does not hit lefties very well at all, so they will go to the bench, will the Yankees, and they will bring on Henry Cotto, the pinch hit, who does hit lefties well. So actually, he does not hit lefties well, my bad. Let's see here. Who do they have that hits lefties well? Anybody hits lefties? I don't know. Let's see. They will go to, boy, they just don't have a whole lot here that hits lefties well. You know what? We're going to correct that. They're going to leave Pasqua in the game. They're going to leave Pasqua in the game. They're not going to take him out. They're going to leave him in there. There is Pasqua. He's homered and doubled. He's 2 for 3, so he's hot. So they're going to stick with him. 11 is ballpark. 16, that's in the wheelhouse. So 1-61, and Reggie and Dan Pascal hit his second home run of the game. 96, though, boy, that's bad luck for the Yankees. Got the wheelhouse, but he still misses it with a fly to right. But that's why they left him in there, because he had a good chance to go deep again, just missing it. Here's Pagliarulo. He doesn't hit right-handers well at all either, so they might go to another third baseman. Somebody else that can play third base. But I don't think they have anybody else to play third base, so you know what? With the score being 8-3, they're just going to stick with Pagliarulo. They're not going to try to get cute with pinch hitters. Pagliarulo will get a shot. 11, ballpark. 62, though. It's going to be in the in-play result for Pagliarulo. It would be a 1-26 to get a hit. Can't do it. 47 is going to be simply a ground ball to third for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for Joel Skinner. Skinner does hit lefties well. Forster, 4 is patient. 06, that will be a 2-out walk. 2-out walk to Skinner. And it'll bring up Tollison. And Forster starting to labor a little bit. This is definitely going to be his last inning. He's gone an inning and a third so far. So he's looking to try to finish out this top of the 8th. 4 is patient. 94. Patient 94 is going to be a fly to right to end the inning. So nothing for the Yankees in the 8th. And that'll be it for Forster. They're going to bring in Donnie Moore to pitch the 9th. He did not pitch in Game 3, so they want to get him in to work. So he will be in to do that. And Tim Stoddard will take over for Bob Shirley here in the bottom of the 8th for the Yankees. So Tim Stoddard is on mop-up duty. So we go to the bottom of the 8th with the score still 8-3. 8-3. Bob Boone will lead it off for the Angels. Against Stoddard, it'll be Boone, Schofield, and Pettis. Against Stoddard, 3 is ballpark. 40, that's going to be in the wheelhouse. Bob Boone wheelhouse against the righty is a 1-19 for a home run. It's a 0-4 kaboom. It's gone. Bob Boone greets Tim Stoddard with a home run as Stoddard put it right there in the wheelhouse. It is now 9-3 Angels as Bob Boone goes deep. That'll bring up Schofield. Dick Schofield. 7 is patient. 66 patient is going to be out of range. That's going to be a ground ball to second. Randolph is there. 1 down for Gary Pettis, top of the order. 6 is in play. 20, that's going to be a base hit for Gary Pettis. But with the score being 9-3, they're going to put the brakes on Gary Pettis trying to steal. So they will just leave him there. And here's Wally World. 8 is tough. 0-8 struck him out. So big strikeout there. 2 down for Brian Downing. 2 down for Brian Downing, but I think they're going to call Brian Downing back. The score 9-3. They want to get some more subs in. So they're going to bring in Howell to pinch hit, and he will stay in the game to play left field. So they turn to left-handed hitting Jack Howell, third baseman and outfielder. So he will stay in the game to play left field. Will Jack Howell for Downing. So it'll be Howell getting the chance to pinch hit for Downing. Stoddard, 9 is tough, 62. It's going to be out of range. That's going to be a fly to left to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Angels here in the bottom of the 8th. Well, actually, there is something doing. It's a home run by Bob Boone. That's what I meant to say. Home run for Bob Boone. And that's certainly added insult to injury to make it 9-3. Go to the top of the 9th. It will be Donnie Moore. He has not pitched in a while, so he needs some work. And he's going to get it here in the top of the 9th. Facing the top of the order, it'll be Ricky Henderson, Randolph, and Mattingly. And if anybody gets on, it'll be Meacham at DH, but they're going to pinch hit for him with Claudell Washington if he gets that far. But we shall see what plays out. Right now, it's Ricky Henderson against Donnie Moore. Top of the 9th, 9-3, Angels in charge as they look to even the series at 2 games apiece. 8 is tough. 83. Tough 83 is going to be a ground ball to short, 1 away. That'll bring up Randolph. 10 is tough again, 38. 38 is going to be a pop to first. Joyner makes the play, 2 down. So 2 down for Don Mattingly, last chance for the Yankees. Looks like no 9th inning magic coming their way. Tough 66. It's going to be a ground ball to short, and the inning and the ball game are both over. Angels win it rather easily by the final score of 9-3. Be right back with the totals and set up for Game 5. All right, let's wrap this thing up here from Anaheim as the Angels crushed the Yankees 9-3, even the series at 2 games apiece. Totals for the game for the Angels, 9 runs, 13 hits, no errors, and 6 left. For the Yankees, 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 8 left. Winning pitcher was Kurt McCaskill. The loser was Joe Niekro. And, of course, no save with the score being what it was. So we played 4 games, decided nothing. It's come down to a 3-game series where the first game will be still here in Anaheim, and the last 2, if necessary, will be at Yankee Stadium. We know Game 6 is going to be necessary, but we don't know about Game 7. Starters in Game 5, it's going to be the ones from Game 1, which is going to be the left-hander for the Yankees. That being left-handed pitcher Dennis Rasmussen. And for the Angels, it'll be right-hander Mike Witt. Star of the game, Wally Joyner, unquestionable star of the game. He was 3 for 5 with 2 singles and a home run, 3 runs scored. So he was the offensive star. Could also give it to Reggie Jackson, who was 2 for 3 with a double and a home run. 4 runs driven in, so kind of maybe a co-MVP of the game between Joyner and Jackson. You could go either way on that one, I suppose. But we'll give it to Joyner for now. Wally World. And that's going to do it here for Game 4. Unfortunately, the last 2 games have not been close. Been blowouts, one on each side, but maybe Game 5, that critical Game 5, when you get the number 1 starters back out there, maybe you get a good pitching duel and you get a close game. We shall see. But that's going to do it from here. Hope you enjoyed that presentation of Payoff Pitch, 1986 playoff style. And the ALCS is even at 2 games apiece, and the ones that are loving that are Houston, because every game this thing goes in the AL is extra rest for Mike Scott to start Game 1 of the series. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.